In this video, I will tell you about model space viewports. So here, this is the model space and the drawing area also. Now, currently we have a single drawing area in which we can obviously make any drawing, but you can divide it into multiple parts, and that will help you in viewing the same drawings from different perspectives. Now, to make things clear, I'll start with the view tab. So go to this view tab. And now here we have this model viewports panel. Now from this model viewports panel, click on this viewport configuration and you'll see a long list of viewports. So these are the different kind of viewports that you can make here. So I'll select this 4 equal. Now as the name suggests, it will make these 4 viewports. Now they are simply the same viewports, but they are divided into 4 different parts. To make things more clear, I'll select a new drawing. So I'll go to 6.5a and here we have this simple tree in our drawing area. Now once again here, I'll go to the viewport configuration and I'll change it to 4 equal. Now you can see that in all of these viewports, we have the same tree. Now obviously we have one special viewport here which has this blue boundary, and that is the active viewport. So in rest of the viewports you will see this simple cursor, but in the active viewport you will see normal AutoCAD cursor. Now if you want to make any other viewport active, simply click on that once and that will become active as shown by this blue bounding box and also these navigation tools. These viewports are resizable. So if you want to change the size of this viewport, you can simply click on this boundary right at the center, and when this double-sided arrow appears, move it and that will change the size of the viewport. If you want to change the size in the horizontal direction, select it, move it like this. If you want to change the total size of viewports, click on this center, the intersection of all of these viewport line, click here, and now you can dynamically change the size of all of these viewports like this. You can not only change the size of these viewports, but you can even make more viewports. Now to make more viewports, go to this simple plus icon. So you'll see this plus icon on the top of this boundary line between the viewports, and when double-sided arrow appears, click and bring this green line. So that will be the partition line for your new viewport. Click here and we have 2 more viewports here. Similarly, if you want to add a viewport here, click on this plus icon and add it like this. Now we have lots of viewports in the drawing area. Let's say that we want to merge some of them. So to merge them together, select this join tool from the model viewports panel, and now click on the first viewport, click on the second one, and they are now joined together. Similarly, if you want to join both of them, select join, select the first one and the second one, and they are joined. And the final viewport will take the configuration of the initial viewport. So wherever you clicked first will become the view of our final joined viewport. In this case, if you want to make any viewport final and if you want to make a full screen viewport, then select it. So here we have it. Now let's say that we want to make this as the final full screen viewport. I'll bring this object here in the center and now double click on this plus icon. So that will make it completely full screen viewport. To restore it back, double click on this minus sign icon. And here we have it. The viewport is now restored again. In order to save the configuration of these viewports, you can create a named viewport. So go to the named option here and go to new viewports and give this viewport a name. So I'll name it as our viewport and click on OK. So now this condition or this configuration of viewport is now saved. In order to restore the viewports, you can click on this restore and here we have it, the normal default viewport. And if you want to go back to the same viewport, obviously you need to go to this named option, and from this named viewports, select our viewport, click on OK. And here we have it. The viewport is now restored. This model space viewport is especially helpful for 3D drawings where you want to view the same 3D drawing from different perspectives. So to explain that, I'll select this tab. Here we have a 3D drawing, the 3D USB plug. Now let's say that we want to view it from different angles. For that, I'll go to this corner and I'll simply double click on this viewport controls, the minus sign. And now we have the same drawing but from different angles. So we have the front view, the left view, and obviously the isometric view. And you can even change this view to top view or whatever view you want. So if you make changes in any single viewport here, the change will also appear in the rest of the viewports. And that's quite a great way of editing your drawings if you want to see the results directly in other planes also. So once again, I'll go back to the original tab, and that was all about model space viewports in AutoCAD.